Do you realize that if you call yourself a Muslim, then you are sitting on acres of gold right this very moment? That's why in this talk I want to leave you feeling like, wait a minute, this is truly the biggest gift I have. Quran. Even if I lost everything, as long as I still have this gift of Quran with me, then I'm all good. And I know this because I've reached way below $0 in my life before. And I was able to bounce back right after implementing these 3 secrets. In fact, one of my students was able to make 6 figures right after implementing these 3 secrets. Another one who's not even Muslim was able to reach 500K in sales after learning these 3 secrets. And look, whoever you are, man, woman, young, old, jobless, employed, Muslim, non-Muslim, it doesn't matter who you are. Even if you are homeless, man living in the north of Canada, these 3 secrets will still work. And you know what? Ever since I was in high school, I've always had a feeling the Quran contains secrets that unlock divine health in your life. But every time I tried to search it up, I found nothing. And then I studied things like law of attraction, affirmations, even writing down goals to start making more money. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of worked. But it felt so limiting until I stumbled on Arabic YouTube. And I started seeing more videos on how to use Quran to not only just better your afterlife, but also see a bunch of wealth in this life too without compromising your afterlife. And after I started implementing the knowledge, I'm like, dude, no freaking way. Not only is this way faster, but it literally feels like I have the universe. So try to implementing this in your life for at least the next 30 days. And just watch how much Allah showers you with more and more blessings. So, the secret number 1. Your risk is not something you control. And you know what? This is not supposed to be a secret that makes you feel weak and not in control. It's actually the complete opposite. It means you do not have to worry about risk because Allah is the one who's controlling it. And once you realize Allah is very powerful, merciful, giving even faster than you are, then that's it. You're basically in good hands. This also means the result you want is not really in your hands. What's in your hands is the process. So let's say your goal is $10,000 per month. So let's say my goal is to make $10,000 per month from YouTube. This goal is equal to the intention. I set the intention and Allah will take care of the result. And I focus on moving one foot in front of the other. Meaning, I'm focusing on what video to post, I'm focusing on what skill to get, I'm focusing on what ad to run. I'm only focusing on the process. So am I obsessed with $10K? No. I am obsessed about doing the task that needs to be done to get to $10K. And every day I'm focused on being better at the task than last time. So let's say you have a business selling tables and you want to make $10K a month selling tables. Like $98 these tables, well, okay. Every day focusing on optimizing your ads to reach the customers that care about tables. Every day focus on the content that reaches the people who want tables. Every day focus on sending an email to your list of people caring about tables. Now let's say I do all this and there is no $10K. Remember what we said. Allah is in control, not us. We are only in control of the task. This is where secret number 2 comes. So, how do we ask Allah to always make our goals fulfilled after we do the task? Allah said in the Hadith Qudsi, I am as my servant thinks of me. Meaning your opinion of Allah is extremely important. Most of us Muslims were raised thinking that Allah is always angry with us, Allah is always unhappy what we do, Allah is hard to please. When in reality, if you look at nature itself, you will see nature is extremely abundant. The sun shines its light to every single being without discrimination and without asking for anything in return. The day moves to the night without asking you to pay taxes and fees. The seed becomes a tree without you having to go through the complications to making it grow. And so much so, to the point that clouds themselves give you water, without asking for anything in return. And who's the one running nature? Allah. Which means Allah is the most merciful, most loving, most giving, and most peaceful being there is. Subhanallah. So by default, your opinion of Allah should be that Allah gives without asking for anything in return. Indeed, Allah provides for whom He wills without account. Surah Al-Imran, ayah number 27. Inna Allaha yarzuqu man yasha'u bighairi hisab. Allah loves without asking for any love back. And Allah is merciful without expecting any mercy back. So then, when you see people who have bad opinions of Allah, where did that come from? From the devil. The devil's promise to Allah that is that he will change the creation of Allah. Shaitan threatens you with poverty and orders you to immorality, while Allah promises you forgiveness from Him and bounty, and Allah is all-encompassing and knowing. So when you see people thinking bad of Allah, it's because they allowed their minds to be consumed with devilish thoughts. Now the beauty is when truth comes, falsehood perishes. Truth has come and the falsehood has vanished. Indeed, falsehood is ever bound to vanish. So, devilish thoughts is equal to falsehood. So when you start thinking good of Allah, the truth, then falsehood will immediately perish. And as a result, you will see a big transformation because now you are thinking from a point of view of truth. Which brings us to the secret number 3. Truth states, this is not your home. Like this earth is not our home. The earthly life is not your home. You are only a traveler here. Be in the world as if you are a stranger or a traveler. Sahih al-Bukhari. Your real home is the afterlife, which is Jannah, which is heaven, meaning it's extremely silly of us and you to be thinking of that, when in reality you already have everything. Like, imagine I have a house, and this house is huge, and this house has 5 supercars. Like this villa. This house has waterfalls flowing inside it. This house is also the size of an entire continent. And then, for some reason, I decide to go to a friend's house. That's not so big, basically the size of an average Canadian house. And I decide to sleep over with him for a whole year. Do you really think I'm gonna start looking at my life I live in like I'm nothing? Like I don't own all these beautiful things. How silly is that? The funny thing is, this is exactly what we are doing. Listen, there's a reason why Allah created Adam alayhi salam in the first heaven. Because that is the real home. Our real home is heaven. So you already own everything. And Allah is just making us pass through this earthly life for a test. Which means you have to really be silly to be thinking, oh, I'm nothing. I have debts. I have a small house, blah, blah, blah. When in reality, your houses are still waiting for you in Jannah. Your cars are waiting for you in Jannah. Your gold is waiting for you in Jannah. You already have everything, silly. You lack nothing. Allah said this so many times in the Quran. You just fell into forgetfulness, thinking you are this small being who lacks things and can never get what he wants. When in reality, everything is yours. I am in shock right now because this is Muhammad's PDF and I'm reading it. Like if I want to also increase my knowledge, so that's why I'm reading it and making a YouTube video so that you can also benefit from this. And I'm actually smiling. Okay. Everything is yours. You realize how big heaven is. It's the size of this entire earth and sky times up 10 lakh x. Unlimited. Like, it has to forgiveness from your Lord, and as a garden, as wide as the heavens and the earth, prepared for the righteous. And the beauty is once you start living from this point of view, this dunya by itself comes calling to you. When you get away from this dunya comes to you. Like you don't want it. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, even said that this is exactly why I created this gold scar 30 days of effortless Rizq. Because again, as Muslims, we are sitting on acres of gold, and all 1.9 billion to us fell into forgetfulness. They recite the ayah in front of our faces every day, and we don't even realize that I'm talking about us. Imagine being a Muslim that reads the Quran every day, and you're struggling to pay off debts. and you're living your life in lack and depression, there's definitely something wrong, brother. And I don't say that to make you feel bad, because again, the devil exists. And the devil is not gonna come to you saying, Need Islam, it doesn't work, blah blah blah. No. It's gonna come to you and distort your beliefs towards Allah. The devil is smart, Habibi. So much so to the point that some of you hearing the word course, the devil is gonna make you think, bro, this guy is only here sharing with you all the info to sell you. And he's gonna make you forget I've created all your free content helping you realize truly who Allah is. And that you're unlimited and that you're worth way more than you believe you are. What we think and what we are. Like, can you see the difference? मुझे तो इस चीज़ को पढ़ के बहुत ज़्यादा मज़ा आया. इसका मैं लिंक भी डिस्क्रिप्शन में दे दूँगी आप लोगों को, ताकि आप भी इसको पढ़ सकें. एंड सारा क्रेडिट जाता है मोहम्मद को. उनका यूट्यूब चैनल भी मैं डिस्क्रिप्शन में मेंशन कर दूँगी. तो बहुत अच्छी बातें करते हैं. आप इनको जाके सब्सक्राइब करें, इनको फॉलो करें. मैंने जब से इनकी वीडियोस देखना स्टार्ट किया, मेरा डिप्रेशन ऑलमोस्ट ज़ीरो हो चुका है. जो इनके पास नॉलेज है, जो ये चीज़ें शेयर करते हैं, बहुत ही ज़्यादा मुझे तो फ़ायदा दे रही है. आप लोगों को भी फ़ायदा होगा. सो अगर आपको मेरी वीडियो अच्छी लगी है तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, वीडियो को लाइक करें, शेयर करें एंड कमेंट करें कि क्या आप लोगों को ये बातें पहले से पता थी. अगर थी तो क्या आप लोग भूले हुए थे, तो आप लोग मेरे कमेंट में बताएं. तो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में. ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज़.